The first time Asher walked back into my life, I thought it was chance. The second time, I told myself it was coincidence. The third time, I swore it was fate testing me. But the fourth time broke every excuse I had left. By then, I knew the truth. Asher wasn't just returning. He was haunting me. And every time he came close, no matter how much I wanted to resist, I surrendered to him. Willingly, recklessly, helplessly. Some people slip into your life quietly. Asher crashed into mine like a storm I secretly prayed for. It was a rainy night when I heard the knock on my door. I didn't need to check. I already knew who it was. The rhythm of his knock was etched into my bones. Steady, deliberate. Full of the confidence of a man who knew he was both unwanted and irresistible. I hesitated. My chest tightened, torn between anger and longing. My mind screamed for distance, but my body betrayed me. My hand gripped the doorknob, trembling, and before I could stop myself, I pulled it open. There he was. Asher. Some names are dangerous spells. His was the one that always undid me. His dark hair clung damp against his forehead, rain dripping from his jacket. His eyes locked on mine with that sharp intensity that could strip me bare. He didn't say a word. He didn't have to. Just his presence was enough to send me spiraling. I leaned against the frame, crossing my arms like armor. "You shouldn't be here," I muttered. His lips curved faintly, not quite a smile, more challenge. "You say that every time." And just like that, the walls I had built over months of silence started to crumble. It wasn't the words that broke me. It was the way he looked at me like he already owned the pieces. I should have shut the door. Instead, I stepped aside. He brushed past me, his cologne wrapping around me, sharp and familiar. He stopped in the middle of the room, scanning everything, like he needed to reclaim the space he'd once filled. "Why now?" I asked, my voice sharpened I felt. "Why come back again?" He turned, eyes dark, unreadable. "Because I can't stay away from you." My chest tightened at the honesty in his tone. He didn't sugarcoat it. He never did. And that was why he was so dangerous. He made truth sound like salvation. Every truth from Asher felt like a blade dressed as a gift. I moved closer, against my better judgment. His gaze followed every step. The tension between us thickened, heavy with memory. "You hurt me," I whispered, the words spilling before I could stop them. "I know," he said, his jaw flexed, "and I regret it every day of my life." The admission was simple, raw. My eyes burned, but I refused to let him see the tears forming. "Regret doesn't fix anything," I shot back. "No," he said softly, "but holding you does." It was always that simple with him. Pain wrapped in comfort, regret disguised as need. Before I realized it, he was in front of me, so close that the air between us felt alive. My pulse hammered in my ears. I wanted to step back, but I didn't. His hand lifted, hesitant for once, and brushed against mine. That single touch set fire through me. I swallowed hard, my body leaning into him, betraying every defense I had rehearsed. "Asher!" My voice cracked, full of warning and want. "I shouldn't kiss you," he whispered. "Then don't," I replied, but my lips betrayed me, tilting toward his. Some kisses aren't choices. They're collisions written long before we try to stop them. Our mouths met with a force that made my knees weaken. It wasn't gentle. It was desperate, hungry, like two people starving for something that would never truly satisfy. His hands gripped my waist, pulling me closer, grounding me in a chaos that felt inevitable. I clung to him, every protest dissolving in the fire of his touch. My heart screamed warnings, but my soul craved him too deeply to care. When we broke apart, breathless, I pressed my forehead to his. "This is wrong," I whispered. His eyes burned into mine. "Then let's be wrong together." The most dangerous promises aren't the ones broken. They're the ones you secretly wish will come true. That night, I let him stay. We didn't need words. We let our silence speak, our bodies tangled, our breaths synced in fragile truce. And as his heartbeat pressed against mine, I realized the truth that terrified me most. I didn't just let him back in. I wanted him there. Again. Always. Even if it destroyed me. Some loves don't heal you. They consume you. Beautifully, dangerously, endlessly. Morning light seeped through the blinds, cutting across Asher's face. He looked peaceful, his lashes casting shadows over skin I'd traced too many times. For a moment, it felt like the years apart hadn't happened. But reality burned the second I remembered Asher never stayed. He came and went like tides, leaving wreckage in his wake. I lay there, staring, my body pressed against his warmth, my mind screaming to pull away. Because if I let myself fall again, I knew the end would destroy me more than the last time. The most dangerous mornings are the ones that pretend the night never happened. His arm tightened around me. "You're awake," he murmured, his voice rough, intimate. I swallowed. "Yeah." He shifted, pressing a soft kiss to my shoulder. The gesture was too tender, too familiar, and it broke me more than the hunger from last night. I pushed his hand away, sitting up abruptly. "We can't keep doing this," I said. My voice shook, but my resolve had to sound stronger than it felt. Asher sat up too, his gaze burning into me. "Why not? You still want me. I see it every time you look at me." Sometimes the cruelest truth is knowing your weakness is written in your eyes. I turned away, grabbing my shirt off the floor. "Wanting you doesn't mean I should have you." "Then tell me you don't need me," he challenged, voice sharp. The words lodged in my throat. I couldn't, no matter how much I wanted to protect myself. Denying Asher felt like denying oxygen. My silence was answer enough. He smirked faintly, stepping closer. That's what I thought. His hand brushed against my jaw, tilted my face toward his. I closed my eyes, torn between pushing him away and falling into him all over again. The hardest battles aren't fought with fists. They're fought with silence that betrays you. "Asher," I whispered, my chest tight. "Why me? Why always me?" His eyes softened for once, vulnerability flickering through the storm. "Because you're the only one who ever made me feel like I wasn't broken." The confession sliced through me. My heart wanted to believe him. My head reminded me of every time he left. "Don't do this," I begged, hating the crack in my voice. "I'm not doing anything," he said, his lips hovering inches from mine. "You're the one who keeps letting me back in. Some truths don't free you. They trap you in cages you built together." His lips brushed mine again, gentle this time, almost fragile. It was the kind of kiss that promised forever, even when forever was a lie. I melted into it, traitor to my own resolve. My fingers curled into his shirt, dragging him closer. But then I pulled back suddenly, my chest heaving. "You'll leave again. You always do." His jaw clenched. Not this time. I wanted to laugh, to scream, to believe him. Instead, I whispered, "Swear it." "I swear," he said, the words trembling in the quiet. "The most dangerous vows are spoken when both of you are desperate enough to believe them." The day passed in a blur. We avoided the world, clinging to each other as though time would forgive us. But as night fell, a shadow crept back into my chest, a fear I couldn't shake. I found him standing at the window, staring into the dark street below. His shoulders were tense, his hands buried in his pockets. "What are you thinking?" I asked cautiously. He didn't look at me. That I've run from too many things. And one day they're going to catch me. Cold crept through me at his words. When someone admits what haunts them, listen carefully. It might be the thing that haunts you too. I stepped closer, placing a hand on his back, then stopped running. He finally turned, his expression raw. "I don't know if I can." And in that moment, I realized the truth. Asher wasn't just a man I loved. He was a storm that never learned how to settle. And storms don't stop because you beg them to. They only pause before breaking everything again. Still, when he reached for me, I let him. My heart screamed, but my soul was already his. Some loves are meant to be survived. They're meant to consume you until nothing's left. That night, I fell asleep in his arms again, clinging to the illusion of safety. But deep inside, I knew it was only a matter of time, because Asher's return wasn't just a reunion. It was the beginning of something darker, something inevitable. And when morning came again, I would have to face the question I feared most. Was I willing to let him destroy me, or would I finally destroy us first? The cruelest suspense is not knowing if the end will come from him, or from you,